All right, we got number 6 coming up. 10 more cards. I'm not trying to waste time. Let's get right into it. First up, we got the first Ysera that has been released in a while. Ysera Unleashed. This card is pretty good, not gonna lie. I mean, you get a 4/12 body for 9 mana. The 7 portals will summon a random dragon. Now, I took a look at all the dragons. There are 34 total dragons. Now, a lot of them have battle cries. Obviously, the battle cry won't go off. Not so much worried about those because generally speaking, even though they have a battle cry, they probably have a beefy body, so it's not really a big deal. There's really only 4 dragons that you're gonna have to worry about getting summoned by these that really won't be that great. They are Fairy Dragon, Brightwing, Nightmare Amalgam, and Twilight Drake. Twilight Drake, Brightwing being probably the worst. So in all reality, you're almost always going to get a pretty decent dragon with one of these portals, and you have 7 chances, so there's a good chance you're going to get 6 out of 7 of those to be good dragons. On top of that, like I said in previous videos, I think Dragon Ramp Druid, Ramp Dragon Druid, whatever you want to call it, is going to be a thing. This will be a great addition to the deck. So this is going to get a 4 out of 5. As always, if you are into Hearthstone, into Legends of Runeterra, or just into card games in general, you've come to the right place. Do not forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and turn that bell on. Alright, we got another Galakrond, and I do like this one. I don't think it's the best one. I still think the Priest Galakrond is the best overall effects. But Galakrond the Nightmare, pretty good. You get the 5 armor again. This battle cry is you draw a card, it costs 0, upgrades to draw 2, costs 0, then draw 4, costs 0, and the hero power is add a lackey to your hand. So pretty decent overall. Now, the thing with this is I do think OTK / Miracle Rogue is going to be a thing. In order to really get the benefits of Umbral Skulker, obviously you're going to have to play Galakrond in addition to some other Invoke Rogue cards. So I do think this is going to be played. I do think it's going to have a place in whatever OTK Miracle Rogue deck comes out. It could also be used as kind of an alternate finisher. So if you get the Umbral Skulker, you get the coins, you know, you have your 1-turn combo to kill your opponent. This could also essentially do the same thing. You're still going to draw the cards. Now they're all discounted at 0, which is probably better than having the 3 coins or any other discount effects. So this is going to provide yet another outlet to get those OTK miracle turns. So it is going to get a 4 out of 5. Alright, so we got a Shaman damage spell. Honestly, I'm not crazy about this Lightning Breath. It's basically a Shadow Bolt on steroids, which I mean, they've released a lot of cards that are pretty similar to Shadow Bolt. And the reason I don't like this is because I would still play Lightning Storm over this card. I think dealing 4 damage to 3 minions, you know, although obviously you need to have the dragon in your hand, I don't think that's as good as dealing 2 to 3 to potentially their entire board. I'd rather be able to clear wide boards than worry about dealing 4 damage to 3 specific minions. Honestly, I don't think that's going to be as useful, so I don't think this is going to see too much play, but it is overall an okay card. It's decently powerful, so I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Next up, we have Nithogg, and honestly, this card's kind of weird. Like, I wanted to give it a 3 out of 5. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, almost entirely because for 6 mana, you get 13/13 worth of stats, and it's not even in 1 minion. It's spread out between 3 different monsters. So, I mean, just for that, it's pretty good. But I don't really see this having a very clear deck archetype to actually get put into. Obviously, with Evolve, Rip Evolve, you know, with that being gone, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe a mid-range Shaman deck this would fit into. This would be great in Evolve Shaman, but unless they release something else similar to Evolve, I don't think that's going to be a thing. So 4 out of 5, strictly because of the stats. We'll see if this gets any play. Alright, so we have a wicked fun card. I can't wait to try this out if hopefully some other good pirates come out. Ancharr. Arr. So after your hero attacks, draw a pirate from your deck, 2/3 weapons. So that's pretty good. The weapon stats alone, pretty good. Drawing a pirate 3 times, it's obviously going to be pretty good. You can also buff this this weapon's stats to give it more procs of the drawing of the pirate. So again, I don't think pirate's that great right now. This gets a 5 out of 5 just because it's an awesome, fun card. It's fun. It helps a very underplayed archetype. So I always love cards like that promote playing other different types of decks. But I imagine the goal of this is to play it in some sort of like Cannon Barrage, Shark Fin Fan combo type deal with low cost pirates. I don't know. That seems really sketchy and really not reliable, but having a full board of pirates, playing a cannon barrage for, you know, 21 damage probably feels pretty good. It seems like it would make for a very good meme. So for that reason, this is going to get a 5 out of 5, and I pray that a cannon barrage pirate deck is actually a thing and is actually viable and competitive. Alright, next up we have Molten Breath, and honestly I have not given 1 out of 5 so many cards this set, but this is one of them. It's essentially a fireball that does 1 less damage, so same cost, 1 less damage, just 5 damage, and for that trade-off you get 5 armor. So now I think obviously 5 armor is worth more than 1 damage, maybe 3 or 2 armor is probably equal, so you are getting a little bit of a bonus here, but I don't see this being fit into any of the warrior archetypes right now. I think Control Warrior and Big Warrior are going to be probably the 2 stronger archetypes, so this might go in Control, but even with Control I feel like there's much better options. The armor is obviously great, but I still don't think it's worth, you know, cutting other spots and putting this 4 cost card in there, so it's definitely going to get a 1 out of 5. I don't think it's going to see any play whatsoever. And speaking of memes, we have Bad Luck Albatross. This thing is basically Weasel Tunneler, but better. I loved watching Tice play his Weasel Tunneler deck, so if you haven't seen it, I'm sure you can look it up on YouTube or something. Definitely check that out. That deck was hysterical. This is actually better. I mean, it's 4/3 stats for 3 costs, which is pretty decent, but you're only shuffling 2 1/1s into their deck, and it can't be chained like the Weasel Tunneler could, because what Tice did was basically draw a ton, or get a ton of them made and duplicate them and shuffle a ton of them into the opponent's deck, and they would keep trading back and forth, ultimately just growing to be a large amount. This doesn't really have that possibility beyond just duping the card itself. So, I mean, I think this would be playable as tech if it was 3 or 4 that got shuffled in, because your opponent's going to actually have a chance to draw those. I think with 2, more often than not, they're probably not going to draw one of the 1/1s. So for now, this card is going to get a 3 out of 5. So this next card confuses me a little bit. Camouflaged Dirigible, I think that's how you say it. This is gonna get a 1 out of 5. It's like they forgot about mechs. They're like, hey, let's make this cool dragon set, but guys, hey, mechs are a thing, we need to actually do something for them. And then they're like, let's make this 6/6/6 stealth mech that's like, it's not good. It's just not good. I don't think it's gonna be played. I mean, this might be playable if it was like 3 mana 3/3, give everybody stealth, but like even then, it's just not. Stealth isn't really that great in my opinion. It's just, it hasn't been this great thing throughout all of Hearthstone. So this gets a 1 out of 5. All right, so next we have Chromatic Egg, another, you know, delayed dragon thing like Ysera. You have to draw it, it summons a random dragon. This one, you discover secretly a dragon and then it hatches upon death rattle. So you're definitely more guaranteed to get a good dragon, probably at a discount. However, the delay, I mean, it's a 5 cost card, so you have to stick it into your deck at the 5 mana slot, which is already a little bit difficult. And then you have to be able to trigger it, which means you're playing other cards in your deck that are actually going to activate the effect, because your opponent can just not attack it. So you need to buff it, give it taunt, kill it yourself with something else. So just that many slots, that many card slots dedicated to this card, I don't think is really worth it. So I don't think this will see too much play. It's going to get a 3 out of 5. And finally, we have Devoted Maniac, which I honestly, my first thought was, oh man, I can't wait till they reveal the Hunter Galakrond, and this will probably be pretty good. Oh wait, nope, there is no Hunter Galakrond. So this is trash. It's 1 out of 5. It's not going to get played. I mean, a 2/2 rush for Invoke, I mean, yeah, sure, depending on which Invoke effect you get, it might be okay, but you're barely making up the extra 2 mana for the 2/2 rush. Because honestly, nowadays, with how strong this set is, you're spending 2 mana on a 2/2 rush. Like, that's what you'll get for 2 mana. So now you have to make up 2 mana's worth of cost, and honestly, I just don't see this being played. So 1 out of 5. And that is it. That is the 10 cards for today. I will continue doing the set until it releases. We are getting towards that date, closer and closer every day. Cannot wait. Hoping to get some good gameplay footage with some pretty unique decks as this set does come out. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, peace out.